statistical quality control. These are the main topics we will cover under this course. The aim of this course, this is to provide the students with a sound knowledge, with a deep knowledge on the statistical methods, which these methods are applied for the decision making in business and economics. So here we will cover the statistical methods which are mostly used in the decision making in the context of business and economics. When we are introducing these statistical methods, we will give the emphasis on the providing solutions to the problems and insights to the decision making based on the statistical results. So you have to calculate the statistical or perform the statistical methodologies, and then you have to obtain the results, and then by using these results, how we can make decision for the problems, that also you will learn. So these are the aim of the course. Then the learning outcomes, intended learning outcomes of this course. At the end of this course, you will be able to explain core statistical terms, concepts, and the theory, right? Then you will be able to review the statistical techniques learned, or you will be able to explain or describe the statistical techniques you learned. You will be able to recognize what statistical technique to use for specific situations, right? So we learned a number of statistical techniques. So among the statistical techniques, what are the statistical techniques you learn? Among them, you will be able to recognize for particular technique for where we are going to use, right? What statistical technique to use for specific situations. And also, you will be able to apply the statistical techniques properly to present, summarize, analyze, and interpret the real-world business data. So when we are giving a real-world situation, according to that situation, you will be able to choose the appropriate statistical technique in order to present the situation, summarize the situation, analyze the situation, and interpret the solution for the given problem. Right? These are the main intended learning outcomes of the course. Contents of the course, already we look at it briefly there. First, we will take the chapter Introduction to Business Statistics and Data. Then visual and numerical description of data, how we can use graphical procedure to present or to summarize the data. Similarly, how we can use the numerical measures to describe the data. Then in the
Recording in progress.
And this is also mainly for the following sections: sampling and sampling distributions, estimations, simple linear regression, or statistical quality methods. Very important. That is, lay the foundation for the statistical inference. And also we look at the modeling simple linear regression relationship, estimation theories, and the quality control and the time series analysis. These are the course we will cover. And this is the first introductory course to you. And this will be the basics for the third year statistical course. In that course, we will apply the statistical software, and also very advanced techniques also will be introduced with the third year course. Here only we are looking at the very basic, simple statistical techniques we are looking at. Here we are using the calculators. to do the calculations, not the statistical softwares. Right? So this understanding of this first introductory course is important to grasp all the things to pick up in third year statistical course. Right? And these are the recommended readings. Almost all the books you can download from the websites. Freely downloadable books these are the, right? Mainly I take the notes or problems based on these books, right? Then when we are looking at the assessment, in the assessment context, as usual, 35 marks for the continuous assessment, that is in-class assessment, and 65 marks for the final assessment. In the in-class assessment, actually, for the mid-semester exam, you will be announced in advance, right? That is allocated for 15 marks. Then other 20 marks, that is a quizzes, right? So during the class time, in the LMS, you will be evaluated, right? Within the given time, it may be in the one-word answer, or it may be with the MCQs that all will be evaluated through the LMS, right? So your presence of the class is very important, because for the 20 marks quizzes, we will not announce, right? So if today, if we are completing a portion, then tomorrow also you can have a quiz, or the next week you can have the quizzes. What are the sections learned in the previous classes? From that lectures, you will be evaluated, right? So that will be unannounced quizzes. So that is for the 20 marks. So each and every student must come to the class. During the class time, even starting time, or during the in between the starting and the ending time, or at the end of the session, you would be evaluated by the questions, right? And for 15 marks mid-semester, that will be announced to you. That will be also most probably, if you don't have any physical lectures, most probably with the LMS. Sometimes we will ask to upload the answers, then you will be ready to upload the answers during the class time, right? And here also, copying answers from others, entirely prohibited. If we identify you copied the answers from others, or you are using some others to do the exams, then you will be punished. You will be not allowed to sit the other exams and the final exam also, right? Then these are the main things. Then during the class time, you have to learn. If you are not able to understand anything during the class time, you can ask me, right? By putting the message chat box, you can use the chat box, or you can raise your hand and then you can answer. You can ask me. Once I give the permission, then you can ask me, right? So you don't, I believe that you will not disturb the class, right? So anytime you can unmute and you can answer, or you can ask me anything. And also when I asking the questions, you can answer during the lectures time. So we have to follow with the, we have to interact each and every other during the class time, right? If you want to clarify anything, you can clarify now. Otherwise, we can go to the lectures. Is my voice is clear and the speed of lecturing? If you have any problem, please let me know. Are you able to understand my voice?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, right. So now we will start directly go to the session. For this also, the PowerPoint slides, what are the PowerPoint slides I am covering during the class time, that was uploaded, and an additional reading material also was uploaded, right? Okay. During the class time, please, all must be mute your mics. Now you are not the first year, first semester students. You are the first year, second semester students. You must have the maturity, right? So if your mics are unmuted, please mute the mics. When I am asking any question, and if you want to answer my question, then you can unmute and answer it. Once you complete your answering, then you have to again mute it. Right? So you have the permission to unmute and mute yourself. And whatever you want to ask during the class time, you can ask. If you have any problem when I am delivering the lectures, you can, during the class time, you let me know, right? Okay. Now, whether my PowerPoint slides are visible to you, all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, right. This is the introduction to business statistics and data. The objective of this chapter, this chapter introduces the world of statistics. By introducing this world of statistics, you will be able to list quantitative and graphical examples of statistics within a business context. You will be able to define important statistical terms, including population, sample, parameter, and statistic. Explain the difference between variables, measurement, and data. Compare the 4 different levels of measurement: nominal, ordinal, interval, and ratio. Right? So if we know all these things clearly, then you have a very good foundation and you know the knowledge about the world of statistics. Then the other chapters you can follow very confidently, you can follow the other chapters. So the introduction of this chapter is very important because here we are introducing most of the terms we are going to use in our future sessions and even in the future third year statistic course and anywhere. And the research papers, when you are reading the research papers, whenever you are reading the blog messages or articles, if you are able to understand all these terms we are introducing in the first chapter, then you will be clear, right? So the first chapter is very important. So please carefully listen each and every examples and each and every situation and each and every term we are introducing. And please get the understanding of each and every term. That is very important to move smoothly for the future sections. Right? Contents. Here, the introduction to the business statistics. That one I think sometimes your network is weak, then maybe. Now, this is first slide. Is it visible to the second slide, students?
No.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, madam.
No, ma'am.
Okay,
No, ma'am.
I will try again. I am sharing the slides. Now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
If
Yes, ma'am.
when we are moving the slides, otherwise also you have your slides with you, right? If there is any problem, then you take your slides, right? You download the material and then you can go through that material, right? Right. There are two parts we are having in the introduction to statistics. One is introduction to business statistics, right? So under this section, we are looking at what is statistics, what is business statistics, what are the types of business statistics, the role of business statistics in the world, key terms used in the part 1, and some of the review problems. Similarly, part 2, we are covering all these sections. This one we will look at in the next class. Right, now we are moving to the next slide. Now is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. So part 1, introduction to business statistics. The learning outcomes for the part 1, you will be able to understand what is meant by the term statistics or business statistic, right? You will be able to describe the importance of business statistics in the business world, right? Then explain what is meant by descriptive statistics and the inferential statistics. Distinguish between a population and a sample. Explain how a statistic and parameter differ. Understand the role of a sample plays in making statistical inferences about the population, and obtain an appreciation for the breadth of statistical applications in the business and economics. These are the learning outcomes. Each and every slide, we have the learning outcomes, right? So the first part 1 will be evaluated based on this learning outcome, right? So now if you look at explain how a statistic and parameter differ, we can ask you, define the term statistic and parameter by stating the examples. Or differentiates the term statistic and parameter by giving the examples, right? So these kind of questions you will have in the papers, in the evaluation process. Similarly, once you complete the section 1 and you study thoroughly well, and then again turn these learning outcomes and looking at, are you able to achieve these learning outcomes? Now I am asking, explain the term statistics. Then you will be able to explain the term statistics. What are the notes I gave to you? Right? Similarly, each and every question will be formulated by using those learning outcomes. Right, now we are coming directly, what is statistics? Simply, the very basic meaning of statistic is a numbers or numerical fact. Statistic is a numerical fact, right? Now here you are looking at this example, right? And using this example, please text the statistics given in this example. In the chat box, put the examples for the statistics. By looking at this example, you mentioned the statistics given in this example. Very good. MS99, we put the correct answer. 400 and... There is no 435555. Please don't cheat us, right? If you able to the answer correct one, answer or put the reasonable answers. Com 83. Please. Right. The others numbers, okay. The COM 83. Unmute and
Yes, ma'am. Sorry.
why did you put the answer some 89 or something? COM 83. Right. What is the answer? 43,555. What is the reason of putting this answer?
Not reason, ma'am.
So why did you put this answer? Why did you put this as an answer?
Numerical practice.
That is a numerical fact. What I asked, did you understand my question? I asked to identify the statistics mentioned in the given example. A person working in Sri Lanka typically earns around 18,800 Lankan rupees per month. Salaries range from this time. From this scenario, I am asking to identify the statistics.
Sorry, ma'am.
So when I am asking the questions, please clearly understand and you have to write the answers, right? So whenever,
okay, ma'am.
right? Okay. So sometimes your answer may be wrong, but there should be a justification, right? Why you put this answer, right? Right. Okay. Okay. No problem. Right. So clearly listen what I am saying, then start to answer it. Right. So based on this first statement, statistics is a numerical fact. So that is a number. Statistics are the numbers. So here I am giving an example statement. And from this, we can identify the statistics. So in this statement, there are nearly 3 numbers they listed. 89,800, 22,700, 401,000. These are the 3 numerical numbers. Each and every numerical number has meaning. Right? What about the first number, 89,800? What does this number say? Please unmute and answer. What does this number say? 89,800. Any student, please? Read the first statement clearly, the first bit of statement. Then from that you can get the answer.
Average salary of Sri Lanka.
Average earning, right? Average earning of a Sri Lankan, right? A person working in Sri Lanka typically earns around 89,800 Lankan rupee per month. So average earning of a Sri Lankan per month is given by 89,800. So this is a statistic. It reveals the average earning. Right? What about this 22,700? What does this 22,700 means?
Lowest average.
Lowest average income. So the Sri Lankan, typical Sri Lankan's lowest average income is 22,700 and the highest average income is 401,000. Right? So maybe this lowest for a particular person will be lower than this one. Similarly, The maximum higher salary also will be different because here all these are the averages, right? All these are the averages of a Sri Lankan, right? Minimum average salary, maximum average salary, right? So this examples clearly says statistics are the numerical facts, right? For each and every number, there must be a meaning, right? Then only it takes as a statistics, right? Then based on this example, Bowley, the statistician, he says statistics is a science of averages. Right now, here you look at almost we are talking about in the statistic averages and the deviations, right? Averages and the deviations. So here he mentioned statistics is a science of averages. Each and every average has a different meaning. So by looking all those averages, we can describe the pattern of the Sri Lankan salaries. Sri Lankan person salary, we can describe clearly with looking at all the averages. So that's why we are saying that from this one, this is a very basic, then from this one, this definition is or meaning of statistics is defined is a science of averages, right? Right. Now, little bit we are moving in a different manner. What is statistics? Statistics is a science dealing with the collection, analysis, interpretation, and presentation of numerical data. Right. In this context, what do you think about this definition? Here, how in the first two cases, we are looking at statistics are the numerical facts. Here, how we are looking at the statistics? Any answer? In the previous two, we are looking at statistics as a numerical facts. Here, how we are looking at? In which perspective? Here, we are looking at the term statistics. In the anyone please put the answer in the chat box. In this definition, in which perspective we are looking at statistics?
It's dealing with numerical data.
Yeah, that is the statement is there. It is dealing with the numerical data. That's okay. Whether here we are looking at, there are different views, right? Some subjects we are looking at the field. In some subjects we are looking at the numerical facts. Here we are looking at the field, right? In this case, we are looking at the field or discipline. Statistics is a science which deals with the collection, analysis, interpretation, and presentation of numerical data. That means it provides the methods, right? This statistics, the discipline, it provides the methods, right? To collect the data, to analyze the data, to make the interpretation, and it facilitates to presentation of the numerical data. So here we are looking at as a field or discipline, right? So in the previous two, what we are looking at as a numerical numbers, right? Now we go back again. Statistics is a numerical fact. Statistics is a science of averages. Right? The next the definition we define in the next slide entirely different from these two things. There is a connection, but we are looking at a very different perspective. Here, statistics is a science. So it is a discipline or subject or field. In this field, provides the methods or provides the methods for the collection, analysis. All these are the process: collection, analysis, interpretation, and presentation of numerical data. Now, have you the difference between those definitions, students? Are you clear with this definition now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. How we are asking to define statistics, then you will be able to define in the different views, right? Otherwise, suppose you explain the term statistics, then what you have to do, first you have to simply explain what is statistics. Then from that one, the definition should be evolved as a field, right? So from the simple fact, then it is evolved to the field. So in that manner, you also able to describe or explain the term statistics. Now we are asking to explain the term statistic, then how we are presenting in the previous slide and how we are presenting here. By using all of the points, you have to explain the term statistics clearly, right? Right. Now here we are looking at what is statistics, right? For another meaning here looking at, right? It is because these examples are related to the first two, numerical facts and averages, science of averages, right? And also you can link with the third field also you can use, right? So here we are collecting monthly salary of employees in a company. Here we have a data, right? Monthly salary in rupees 10,000. These are measured of employees in a company. So here how many employees we collected? We selected 50 employees. From the 50 employees, we have the salaries. These are in the 10,000 units, right? Now here we are applying the statistics to describe about the monthly salary of employees. So the first, we use the measure mean, or we use the characteristic mean. That is 34.65. So what does this 34.65 means? Mean is equal to 34.65. This is very basic, right? So what does it mean? Any student? What does 34.65 means? Right, average. Right, but when you are describing, you have to clearly describe it. The way of expressing your answers is very important. That answers must be able to understand each and every person, right? The average is almost all the persons can understand. For the non-special person or non-specialist able to understand it, right? So now mean is 34.65. Mean in the average salary of the employee, the average salary of an employee in a company. The monthly average salary of an employee in a company is 34.65. When we are expressing in 10,000, 2-digit 340. 346, 500. 1,000 salary will as an average salary of an employee in the company. Right? So similarly, average of set of salary. That is also okay, but we have to relate to the given problem, right? When we are expressing our answer, we have to relate to the given scenario. That is also important. We have to relate to the given scenario. So, average monthly salary of an employee in the given company is 34.65. Similarly, you will learn about the standard error, right? Later we will learn about standard error. Now for the time being, we leave it without the meaning, looking at the meaning. Then median. Can you tell about what this median describes of the salaries of the 50 employees? What does this median says about the salary of the 50 employees? Because we have a 50 employee salaries. What does this mean?
Minimum average.
Median. In the O-level, you have studied about the median, right? Think about the median, not middle month salary. The meaning is wrong. You come to the point, but you expressing in the wrong manner. That's the problem. Your interpretation is wrong. Think about what does this median says? 18.30. Actually, now without looking at this scenario, what is the meaning of median? Simply, what is the meaning of median? First, you have to look at the meaning. What is the meaning of median? Median is average. That's okay. In more detail, there are a lot of averages. Mean, median, mode, all the things are averages. But each and every average has different meaning. So in this case, what is the meaning of median? Median is an average. What does it mean? Middle value, right? By this middle value, what we can say? Right, I'm saying that median divides the set of data into two equal parts, right? Median divides the data into two equal parts. So 50% of the data below the median and another 50% of the data above the median or above the median, right? 50% of the data below the median and another 50% of the data median or above the median, right? This is the actual meaning of median. It expresses the center of the data, right? Now, based on my explanation, can you interpret this one, median? Now, this is the meaning. Median divides the data to equal parts, right? So, accordingly, 50% of the data below the median and another 50% of the data median or above the median, below and above, right? Now, can you put your explanation in the chat box based on 18.30 to this scenario? Center of the day. Now you have to explain it, right? What is the meaning of 18.3? Or what does 18.30 says? Based on my explanation, I said that 50% of the employees earn below 183,000 monthly, and 50% earn equal to 183,000 or more than that. Very good. This type of interpretations we need. Now, when we are looking at this interpretation, each and everyone can understand. If we are saying that median salary is 183,000, then most of the audiences are not able to understand, right? Most of the audiences are not able to understand. So if we are saying that 50% of the employees earn below 183,000 monthly and 50% earn equal to 183 or more than that, then everyone know that, yes, when we are taking 50 employees, 25 employee salaries are below 183,000 and another 25% salaries are above the 183,000. Now, each and everyone will understand what we are saying that, right? So this is a very good explanation, right? Very good. This kind of description, all of you have to learn. Give the solutions to the given problems, right? Okay. Now we are moving for the next one. Similarly, what is mode? Now try to answer, what is the meaning of mode? Now first put the meaning. First you have to understand what each and every measure means, right? What is mode? You put the answer in the chat box. Frequent number. Yeah, that means which number occurs mostly or the number occurring frequently. The number occurring frequently, right? The highest number of times which data occur, that will be the mode, right? Now based on this one, give the explanation mode. How you can reveal this or explain this one for the non-audience, the non-special audience. Now link the meaning, right? Chat. 32.80 is the most occurring monthly salary in this company. Yeah. That means most of the people are getting 32.80 or 32.80 as the highest salary. Most of the employees earn a salary of rupees 382,000. Very good, right? Most of the employees in the company earn a salary of, now it is a comparing to this one, what is this number? The second explanation is more clearly. Most of the employees earn a salary of rupees 382,000, right? So all the other students also please note this, right? Then you can learn it, right? So this is also correct. This explanation also correct, but the second explanation is more clear than the first one, right? So this is the method we have to follow. COM42, very good explanation, right? Your description is perfect, right? Now we are moving. Similarly, each and every measure has a conceptual meaning. So if you have the proper understanding with the concepts, then we have to apply that concept to express or to explain the meanings of statistics with a given scenario. So linking your explanations to the given scenario is very important. Now we learn for the three measures: mean, median, mode, right? Similarly, each and every measure has a meaning, right? The later we will learn about, and then we can explain it, right? So from this example, we say that statistics is the science of learning from data. Now you look at, from the mean, what does we learn? For the median, what is the meaning of median? From the mode, what does it? Similarly, all these things are the different measures and give different meaning. So by using these measures, we can perfectly describe the monthly salary of employees by simple figures. Now here, if we are looking at only these salaries, we can't tell anything. Only we can identify the minimum salary, only the maximum salary. Even the mode also we can identify. For others, it will take time consumption to identify. So if we make the summaries by these measures, right, then clearly we can describe the salary pattern of the employees of a particular company, right? This is the beauty of the statistics. So in a single figure, we can summarize the large amount of data by using the statistics. So finally, we are saying that statistics is a science of learning from data. This is the concept we are going to apply by looking at statistics as a field, right? Right. Now we are coming to the business statistics. That is nothing different from statistics. Only what we are doing, business statistics may be described as the collection, analysis, and reporting of numerical findings relevant to a business decision or business situation. Only where we are applying the statistics. Based on that one, the definition will be different, right? If we are using these statistics to the biology stream, then that will come as a biostatistics. If we are using these statistics in the business context, then we are saying that this is a business statistics. For anywhere, if we are using, even in the psychology or even in the business or even in the bio, generally we are saying that that is a statistics. So based on the field, then we are, the names are little bit modified. So under the business statistics, what are the methods we mostly used in the business context? Then all those methods are named as a business statistics, right? And also we have to apply that for the business situation. That is the different from the business statistics and the statistics. Right. Then we are looking at into more detail about the business statistics. The business statistics, it provides the methods for collecting data. Example, surveys, right? Suppose we want to measure the customer satisfaction, banking customer satisfactions. We want to measure the state banking customers satisfaction. Then what we are doing, we have to collect about their satisfactions. Banking, about the satisfactions, we want to collect the data. So how we are collecting? We are identifying some customers from the state banks, and then we are issuing a questionnaire through the survey. Survey is that's a field, collection of data in the field, right? Then we can collect the data. After collecting the data, then we can present the data by using the charts and the tables, how they are satisfied with their services. There are different parameters we can measure in the context of satisfaction, how they are satisfying with the services, how they are satisfying their responses, how they are satisfying with their employees. There are different parameters are there to measure the satisfaction in the context of bank. Are they satisfying with their internet banking? Are they satisfied with their mobile banking? Are they satisfying with their post services for the customers' responses? So there are different parameters are there. Their waiting time to get the service, how the employees are responding to the customers' queries. So there are different parameters are there. By all those parameters, we can looking at the satisfaction of the customers. So by looking at the survey questionnaires, then we can present them in the charts and tables to understand their satisfaction manner. Then some of things we can characterize by using the numerical measures. Here, these are the graphical measures. Then we are using the numerical measures. We can use the mean. We can use the standard deviation, right? Or we can use the mode. We can use the minimum. We can use the maximum. So we can characterize the data using this. So here, the business statistics provides the method to collect the data. Survey is one of the method in the business statistics. Presentation of the data. The business statistics provides the charts and tables to present the data in the understandable manner, right? Then this business statistics provides the methods to characterize the data, the bulk number or large number of data by a single number, average, median, mode, right? So the business statistics provides the method to collect the data, to present the data, to characterize the data. Then to get into further knowledge, we are doing some more analysis with the data, right? This provides the data analysis. And why we are performing this data analysis to take the decision making. Now, based on this data analysis, we can come to the conclusions whether the customers are satisfied with the bank. If they are satisfied with the bank, to what extent they are satisfied? Then what are the parameters we have to look at to improve our banking customer satisfaction, right? Whether they are in the low level of customer satisfaction, or they are in the moderate level of customer satisfaction, or they are in the high level of customer satisfaction. If they are at the moderate level of customer satisfaction, then how we can improve the customer satisfaction? What are the parameters we have to look into to improve the customer's parameter? For all those questions, we can use these things to make the decision. So now you look at how we are able to solve our business problems, right? The customer satisfaction is a problem of business problem. Then how we can improve this business problem? So here we are going to apply the statistics, right? Then these are some other examples. If you are taking the first example, in Sri Lanka, 25% of the establishments are run by women entrepreneurs or decision makers, while its percentage in the rural area, 35%, is significantly higher than that of the urban areas, 28%. Now this is a decision making. We made the decisions regarding the entrepreneurs by the women entrepreneurs, right? So when we are looking at the Sri Lanka, we found that 25% of the establishments are run by the women overall in the country. But when we are taking the entrepreneurs in the region wise, that means rural or urban, when we are looking at, comparing to the urban, in the rural area, there is a huge difference. 35% is in the rural and 28% in the urban area. So this is a very good finding. So we can make that most of the women entrepreneurs are coming from the rural areas. So to come to this conclusion, also to this decision, statistics provides so much of help, right? Now here, if we are looking at this second statement, 46.60% of firms in Sri Lanka using banks to finance working capital. Okay. So now we are looking at all the firms in the Sri Lanka. And by looking at all the firms in the Sri Lanka, we are interested in finding how they are getting the finance for their working capital. So the 46.6% of the firms using banks to finance their working capital. Similarly, the others also, we made the decision based on the statistics. So here what we are doing, if we are looking at this one, first we are selecting firms from each and every region. We are not consider all the firms. We are selecting some firms in each and every region, and then we are asking their question. How you are financing for your working capital? And some other different questions also we can ask. So we are conducting a survey. Then we are presenting their answers got from the survey questions. And also we can make some calculations. Here mainly we are make the calculation of percentage. Then by using this percentage, we are come to the decision making. Right? So this is the procedure of business statistics. Right. Finally, we are creating the business statistics provides a way to get information from data. This is our ultimate purpose of applying this statistics. We have to get information from the collected data. The data should be converted as information. That is the role of business statistics. So data. What do you mean by data? These are the facts, especially numerical facts collected together for reference or information. Now we are looking at, we have information about the awareness of e-commerce platforms and the usage of e-commerce platforms. Now you read this statement, right? About 70% of internet users are aware of e-commerce. So this percentage reveals that when we are looking at the Sri Lankan citizens, there are 70% of internet users, or looking at the internet users, 70% of internet users are aware of e-commerce, awareness, level of the awareness, right? However, not all the internet users who are aware in the internet e-commerce, not using the e-commerce platforms. Among these 70%, only 43% of these internet users are using the e-commerce platform. This is an information, right? This is an information. So to get this information, what we have to get the data. So how we can get the data? We are asking whether you know or you are aware of e-commerce platforms. Whether you are aware of e-commerce platform. Then they say yes or no. Then asking the next question, whether are you using e-commerce platform? Then they say that yes or no. So from this, suppose we are taking the 100 internet users in the Sri Lanka, we are selecting 100 internet users. For each and every internet users, we are asking two questions. Are you aware of e-commerce? Are you using e-commerce platform? Then we are using the diagrams or charts or percentage to come to the conclusion. Then by using this data, we found that 70%. So by using this data, we converting this data in this form. 70% of internet users are aware of e-commerce, and among them, 40% are using the e-commerce platform. Now this is the information, right? So collect the data, first identify the problem. What is your problem? So based on the problem, you have to collect the data, and then we have to apply the appropriate statistical methods to convert those data as a information. By then, this information should be used to answer the appropriate problems, right? So Based on this understanding, now we are come to the conclusion, business statistics is a tool, right, for creating new understanding from a set of data. Business statistic is a tool, is a methodology, is a method for creating new understanding from a set of data. So now this is a new understanding. Now we know that there are 2 points we have about the awareness of internet user, awareness of e-commerce, and the usage of e-commerce. Right? Right. So based on the above explanation, now we have business statistics have 2 processes. One is describing the sets of data, right, and drawing conclusions. If we are looking at this one, here by using the data, we have to describe how your respondents are answering your questions, right? Then using those response answers or describing, we can use percentage, we can use mean, we can use median, we can use minimum, we can use maximum, whatever measure we needed according to our problem. First we have to describe, then we have to come to the conclusion. So now based on those description, we come to this conclusion, right? So describing sets of data, then drawing conclusion. Drawing conclusions is depending on making estimates, decisions, predictions, etc. about sets of data based on sampling, right? Only we have to select a part of people from the population, and using that part of people's respondents, objects respondents, then we have to make the conclusion. So these 2 processes are involved in the business statistics to make the decision. Right. So according to this 2 process, now this business statistical methods we divide into 2 major classifications: descriptive statistics and the inferential statistics, right? So the statistical methods can be, now here we are looking at our business statistics as a field. So in that field, we can classify with the 2 major classifications. One is descriptive statistics and other one is the inferential statistics, right? Now we look at the meaning. What is descriptive statistics? Descriptive statistics provides the methods for collecting data, for presenting data, for summarizing data. Right? Descriptive statistics is provides the methods for collecting data, presenting data, summarizing data. Right? So in the box, we define descriptive statistics consists of methods for organizing, displaying, and describing data by using tables, graphs, and summary measures. This is the main function of descriptive statistics, right? This provides methods for these things by using tables, graphs, and summary measures. Similarly, what is the purpose of descriptive statistics? Describing the data. Purpose of descriptive statistics, describing the data, right? Examples. Now we are looking at the examples. This is using statistics to describe. This example use the graph, right? Now here from this first example, what is the measure here we used to describe the data? Read the example clearly and find out which measure is used to describe the data. Put in the chat box your answer. Read the statement clearly and find out which measure is used to describe the data. This is very simple question. What is the measure used to describe the data? Very good. Percentage, right? Right, very good. Percentage is used to describe the data. So now you look at this example. A green survey of 1,080 adults revealed that 54% agreed that plastic non-compostable shopping bags should be banned. Right? So here, if you are looking at how many adults we surveyed, put the answer in the chat box. How many adults we surveyed? (1,080 adults, right? 1,080 adults were surveyed, right? What about we asked whether the non-combustible shopping bag should be banned or not? We surveyed about whether the non-compostable shopping bag should be banned or not. Then 54% say that the plastic non-compostable shopping bags should be banned. Right? So it's regarding whether we have to ban the non-compostable shopping bag. So whether we have to ban or not. So based on the survey of 1,080 adults, then we can come to the conclusion that mostly more than 50% of the customers, the adults are agree to ban the shopping bag. So based on this one, then they can make the decision. If you want to make our environment green, then we have to adopt this decision and we can ban the shopping bags because the adults are preferring to ban the shopping bags. Right? So here the percentage is used to describe the data. So from the 1,080 adults, we have yes or no, we can get, right? Then how we can summarize? We find out of 1,080 respondents, how many says yes? So 50%. So here the percentage measure is used to describe the data. So this percentage is a descriptive statistic. The percentage is descriptive measure. Right. Second one, what about? What is the measure we used to describe the data? What is the measure we used to describe the data in the second example? Both answers are wrong. Second example is the second bullet. Yes, median. We use median. Right? The median compensation for the CEOs, Chief Executive Officers of the 50 largest corporations in the S&P 500 was 15.7 million. Here we are describing the CEO salaries, right? We are describing the CEO salaries by using the median, right? How many data here we consider? How many data we considered here? 50, yes. We are considering the 50 largest corporations, CEOs of the 50 largest corporations. What is the characteristic here we are looking at? What is the characteristics of the CEOs we are looking at here in this situation? What is the characteristics of the CEOs we are considering in this situation? Compensations. Very good, right? We are looking at the compensation for the CEOs of the 50 largest corporations. That is given by 15.7, the median, right? So median means 25 CEOs are receiving the compensation below 15.7 and another 25 employees are receiving the compensation as 15.7 or above 15.7 million, right? So now you look at how this statistics is very easy to you. If you are clearly reading and understanding, then there is nothing. So here in these two examples, we got percentage is a descriptive measure and median is a descriptive measure to describe the data, right? Now we come to this example. What does this chart? What is the name of this chart? Here we are using the graphical procedure. Can you, the chart type of this chart? What is the type of this chart? It is a bar chart, right? It is a bar chart, right? So here we are looking at this bar charts, the percentages we are looking yearly. Year-wise, we are looking at the percentage about the, what is the characteristic here we are looking at? It is a combined bar chart. And what is the characteristic we are looking at? And who are the respondents here we are looking at? Who are the respondents? And what is the characteristic we are looking at? Social media audience profile by year-wise and by year-wise by gender and by age, right? We are looking the social media users profile. We are looking at the social media users profile by gender and by year, age, by gender and by age. We are looking at the social media users profile, right? When we are looking at the teenagers, 13 to 17, among these teenagers, 3% of male using the social media and 4% of female using the social media. Similarly, for year-wise, we are categorizing them male and female, and we are looking at the percentages. In the 25 to 34 years old, 13% use females and 19% are male. Right? When we are looking at combined, 7% are from the 13 to 17 years old, and 16 plus 11, 28% are from 18 to 24 years old, and 65 plus years old are 4% only. Among the 4%, 2% from female and 2% from male. So now you look at how from the one bar chart, it is a combined bar chart, right? We can get so many information, right? So this is a very quickly we can grasp so many informations regarding the social media audience profile. Right? So this is the beauty. These are the methods descriptive statistics provide to summarize the statistics. Right? Right. Right. Now we are coming for inferential statistics. This involves inferential statistics involving in the estimation procedures, the hypothesis testing procedure. This will be introduced after the 4th chapter. You will be introduced these 2 sections, estimation and the hypothesis testing. Hypothesis testing. Now, if we go with this one, right? The previous example we take, right? Now we say that a green survey of 1,080 adults revealed that 54% agreed that plastic and non-compostable shopping bags should be banned. Now we say that among the 1,080 adults, 54% agreed that. Now we have to estimate this figure to the country. Now it is a part of the country we estimated. Now part of the country we found. By collecting the data, we found that 54% are agreed that. But if we are looking at this percentage for a country, if we are looking at this percentage for a country, then we have to apply the estimation procedure. From that, by using this number, we can say that what percentage of the adults in the country agreed to ban the shopping bags. Right? This is coming with the estimation under the inferential statistics. Then hypothesis testing. That is also like from this estimation, then we can make some decisions regarding the, or we can do the hypothesis testing. This meaning we will later look at, right? Now don't get panic about these terms. We will have clear lectures on this 2 sections after the 4th chapter. Right? So based on this description, inferential statistics consist of methods that use sample results to draw a conclusion about the population. Right? What is the worth of this inferential statistics? Only we have to use the sample results. Then using the sample results, we can come to the conclusion for the population. So this inferential statistics sorry for the disturbance. Right. So inferential statistics consist of methods that use sample results to draw conclusion about a population. Thus, inferential statistics involves making an estimate, prediction, or decision about a population based on the data obtained from a sample. This is the concept of inferential statistics, right? So here we have to take a sample and we have to collect the information and we have to summarize, or we have to calculate the measures. Then using those measures, then we have to make the inference or decision about the population by using the procedures estimation, prediction, or hypothesis testing, right? These two sections we will learn in a deep manner, right? And the main purpose of inferential statistics, make decisions about the population characteristics. That means population salary or education or satisfaction. Whatever characteristics we are using from the sample we are measuring, then the same characteristics we have to come to the conclusion about for the population. So for the descriptive statistics, purpose is describing the data. For the inferential statistics, purpose is making the decision, right? Now this is the example. Right, now you read the first example and find out right, now here from this example, now here you look at how we can identify. It is a population. This statement is related to population or this statement is related to sample. Can you say that, put in the box how you are identifying this is a population or sample? Read the example clearly and say that this statement is made for population or this statement is made for sample. Put your answers in the chat box, right?
Recording stopped.
Students, can you hear my voice, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Because of power cut, I left the meeting. And also, I think you have now the workshop, right? Organized by the career guidance.
Yes, miss.
Right. Okay. So now, for the time being, now I stop the class, and then you can join it. The class rep, Dhanushan. Are you there? Dhanushan? Whether he left the